Hey folks, Scully Nomad here. Hope you are well. So today's video is going to be changing the starter motor of my car that's held together with duct tape and hope. Now my vehicle is a Vauxhall Insignia or Opel Insignia. Now it doesn't necessarily matter what car that you have because the concept is pretty much the same. So let me show you what the starter motor looks like. So if you're needing to change yours, hopefully you can use this as a little bit of a blueprint. So inside the engine, it's just basically held together with two bolts that look like this one. They go opposite ends of each other. And then you have a third one that looks like this one. So the long bit is going to go inside, and these three are the ones that are going to hold in place. This bit at the end, you're going to have an extra bolt at the end, and then you're going to have a lug from your wiring harness that's going to fit on there. On the back of the starter motor, you will have this bit. Ignore that one, okay? Then you've got two different sizes. One's going to be for your power, so that's going to be a small cable with a little lug on it. Then you'll have the big one that is the same size as this one here. So I'll show you a picture underneath the car there. Okay, so this is where the starter unit was. So you can see the big lugs here. Got a wiring harness here, and then these go where those three pins are. And that one goes up here. So the way this one goes in is this long bit will go in. It will go that way, and then you'll put the bolt on there, okay? So normal bolts, opposite ends. The odd one out is that one.
Now I always like to do a comparison, so I pretty much saved myself £100. Now the one I went for was Euro Car Parts because that was open on Sunday when I picked it up. Originally I did try eBay, and originally the first one that they sent out was the wrong one, and then the second one that they sent out actually broke, so I ended up having to go to the shop. There was no sale on at the time, so I ended up paying full price, and it was the top right one that I went for.
Okay, the ones that I ended up using is the deep 13 and the deep 10mm ones. The shallow 13mm, which was just for this end one because it was quite tight. And the rest was just simply these. So I'm going to install this one now, and then the next clip that you'll see is it installed because I'll show you where it is on this vehicle, and because it's nice and shiny and new versus the old one, it'd be easier to see the placement. On the Insignias, it is basically in line with the number plate, and it's right down at the back here, okay? So as we go along, in line with the wheels. So let me walk to the car for you. So if we go in, underneath, you'll see the sump pump, and then between these gaps here, if you look up, and there it is. So the shiny new equipment, that is the starter motor. And just for reference, as my arm goes up, it is just where my elbow is, deep in, and the big gap next to the pipe here is where I feeded the starter motor up, and I worked through the little hole on the left here and through here. So let me show you. Okay, so through here and up through this gap here. Now the first thing we're going to do is double check the handbrake is on before we jack up the car and take away the negative battery terminal. So you just pop the catch here, and because we're jacking up the car, it's going to make sure the handbrake's nice and tight. Now the catch is in the middle, just here, and you push it to the right and lift up. Before you disconnect the battery, it's a good idea to unroll the front window just in case you need access. And then I've got the scissor jack inside the car, so I had the boot open. So for this, you just go around left, and then the bits you want is this one, the actual jack itself, and the little bar. Now the jack stands that I'm actually using is for a van, so they're slightly higher because my next vehicle is going to be a van. I'll put the link in the description for the car versions of these, but the van versions are slightly taller, which is why I'm going to be using a block of wood underneath the scissor jack. But basically you just lower it down. Let me show you where you put it. So this is underneath the car. I'm going to go for this long bar here because it's a kind of support beam. Now the reason I've got the piece of wood is because of the height of my jack stands. So if you've got the car versions of these stands, then you won't need to do the wooden piece underneath. Now I'm just going to use my hand for now, just to raise up the jack stand and then make sure it's in line with the bar. And when I can't do it by hand anymore, I'm going to use the hook. Let me show you how to do it.
Now you just keep rotating along like this. So it's pretty easy to do. It's not too strenuous, but you probably want to have a coffee break after. But if you do want to service your own car and everything, I do have a video on that which you can enjoy later.
Okay, so as I mentioned, I got the wooden block here just because these are for vans which are rated for 6 tons or 6.5, and they've got the additional safety pin on them. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to lower this. So this has the load bearing, but I'll leave this on for a little extra safety. So I'm just going to go down. There we go. So just a little bit up, so I just can't wobble it anymore. There we go. So this has got the main weight to it, and this one is just taking the load. Then I've just put a few little bricks underneath the back tyres, like so. I've only got the 2, that would do. But yeah, it's looking pretty good. Now I'll try and explain everything as easy as possible. So to take off the battery box itself, there we go, you just pull the cover off. And then the bolt here is a 10mm socket. As always, we go with the negative terminal first. That's the only one you need to disconnect. I'm going to hide it away, like so. So there's no way it can contact there. My last video was changing the header tank, but I do have another video about doing a major service on the car. This whole job I've done with just this Teng tool set here, which I'll leave the link in the description. But do yourself a favour, don't cheap out on tools, go for good ones that are going to last you a lifetime. So this is a 10mm one, and this one is a 13mm. Okay, so I'm going to tackle the one that I can get to first, because it is very tight, guys. In here, using the GoPro wide angle, and the first one I'm taking off is a 13mm. So pull it towards the front of the car. Okay. So remember, gravity is gonna hit in the face. Okay, so you want to be very careful. So I'm not directly underneath this.
Now we're just removing the wiring harness, so that's actually going to stay inside the car, so that's not going to come off with the starter motor.
There's another one at the top just here. Oh, yeah, there I am. This one's a lot tighter. Ah, there we go. Just to break it. Well, not break it.
Now for the most part, I'm just having to feel around for things with my hands because I can't actually really see what's going on here.
Okay, next one is going to be this yellow one. So this one is a 10mm. It's quite tricky to get to, so I'm using my longer armed one. And it's very tricky because you have these pipes in the way. So I'm just having a little feel. Okay, right, so again, lefty-loosey, gonna go all the way. Gonna do it by hand now. Okay, there we go, guys. That one is now off, beautiful. Now it's time to take the actual unit off. So we have one here, one at the top. Then we'll see where we go from there. And there's one all the way back there. Woo, that one was stuck. I thought that was my wrist for a second. Christ. Okay, so that's the longer bolt. That was the top one. And there should be one at the top on the back. Yeah. Okay, there we go. There's the last bolt. Now I just need to put it out. Hopefully we can squash it out somehow. There we go. Hopefully it's going to fit through this hole. Yeah. Oh yeah, there we go, baby. Okay, so I'll let you guys figure out which is which. Now the instructions stated to make sure that the teeth are the correct ones. So without further ado, here we go. So it is a pretty tight spot, and this is heavy. So it weighs, I don't know how much it weighs. I'll look it up. So here we go. Let's line up the holes. You can't really pull it in the wrong way around. Okay. Okay, so that's the way it goes around. In. Okay.
Now, for those who have skipped through the video up until this point, the job itself was pretty straightforward. It was a case of removing 3 housing bolts and 2 wires at the back. The hardest part was just jacking up the car. The second hardest part was access and visibility, so I can't really see what's going on right now from where I'm actually lying down underneath the vehicle.
I'm going to go with the furthest at the back, which is the kind of standard one. Okay, the last one is this top left one. Okay, nearest to the seats of the car. Okay, the back of the car. It's going to go in long ways, like so, and then the battery connection at the top, or the electric connection, should I say, is going to go on the smaller bit. Okay, so long bit first. So a little screwdriver. Okay. So again, you want things nice and tight. Big one, and then this kind of size one is there. So that additional different bolt goes up at the top on here. So it goes on there, and then you put the nut on it, and then it's the same with these ones. So this small one is now at the back behind this big one, and as I said, don't do anything there. I'm using the 13mm deep one, except for this one, which is again 13mm, and that is to tighten this one here. And then I'll use the deep one, just because this is in the way. You see. If you leave the 10mm one to the end, it's the same one as when you do the battery. So don't be shy.
If you enjoy this type of content, please subscribe, because that really helped me out. And if you enjoy kind of DIY things, I do own a boat. Of course, my car's pretty old, which I'm having to fix along the way. But I'll be doing a lot of like more outdoor stuff as the weather starts getting better, like sailing and fishing and stuff.
Now you want to make sure the starter motor works fine because before you lower it. So when you have disconnected the battery on the Insignias, when you put it on for the first time, you may get this code 59. So to get rid of that, what you do is you put the windows all the way down, then all the way up, and it should go away. There we go. And then clutch down, make sure it's not in gear, start it up. There we go, beautiful. Okay, and then the final thing what I'm going to do now is I'm going to start the engine, drive around for 10 minutes, come back to the house, stop the car, start it, and I'll do that 3 times. Then I'm reassured that I'm going to work. So the reason I'm starting outside the house is just in case the starter motor fails. I'm at the house. I'm not stuck in a car park unlimited for 3 hours, let's say. So I'll do that. And then I'm also, if you follow the channel, then last job that I did was changing the expansion tank for the coolant. So I'm going to be running the coolant through the system. So to do that, I'm going to be putting on the aircon on hot and just letting it run through. Then I'm going to come back and check to make sure I've not lost any coolant, oil's fine, and then yeah, let's go on a little adventure.
Now I drove around with this one in the engine, which was from eBay. It's the second one that I brought from there, as the first one was the wrong one with different teeth. But you can see how it was freely rotating. So basically it was making a loud noise as I was driving around.
Is it bad that I've never paid for a breakdown cover? I've been driving for like 13, 14 years now. Let me know. Alright, so it was a pretty straightforward, easy job. Literally 3 bolts for the housing and 3 bolts for the electric components. The hardest part was 1, jacking it up, and 2 was the actual access for itself that you've seen. But yeah, thank you for liking and subscribing. I do a lot of other stuff, so outdoorsy stuff, because my car's held together with duct tape and hope. Basically look after it myself. But I am saving up for a van. Now if I've helped you out and you want to buy a coffee for me, there is the super thanks in YouTube. Thank you very much, guys. Enjoy.